guys, this is the second vlog ever on my channel, so it's a reading vlog. I'm gonna try and do these as often as possible. Today I was having one of those Saturdays where I know I've got a lot on my plate, I know I've got a lot to do, but my heart is none of it at all. And the time now is pretty late. It's like 5:30 something to 6 in the afternoon / early evening, and I've just taken my shower for the day, I must confess, because I was just having, my soul was just having one of those days. I don't know how to explain it to you guys, but I'm sure you understand when you just want to be lit, to be yourself, be alone, do what you feel like doing, which was practically nothing at all. If I'm being honest with you, it's been a very hectic few months at work. Since before the end of last year, we were very hectic over a project that happened on Friday. So I think just the realization of the fact that the project is over and we're just gonna be doing like a few post-project things after this is something that's obviously allowing my soul to breathe. I don't know if that makes any sense. So I think that's why I'm having the kind of day that I'm having, and I realized that it's the perfect mood to pick up a book and read. And I've only ever done one reading vlog for you guys on here, and I want to say it was around mid 2018. I really love watching reading vlogs, but I always feel like mine will be boring. So let me know what you think of this. I don't know if it will just be for today. I think it's gonna be a long reading evening. I might even end after 12 p.m. well, 12 midnight, 12 a.m. But I'll see how I feel as I go along. Today I'm picking up 3 books. Am I gonna finish all 3? God knows. I'm not an uber fast reader, but I do try and read as quickly as I can, because as a mom of 2 toddlers, full-time working mom with other things happening on the side, you really don't have the time to read, and reading is something that I absolutely love. It is the thing that is my therapy, so I wouldn't want to slack on it. So 3 books is ambitious, but we'll see how it goes. So I'm picking up Alice Walker. This one I've already started. Alice Walker's The Color Purple. I am on page 50, and it's not a long book. It's 260 something pages. Sorry, I just want to make sure I am, yeah, 262 pages long, and like I'm saying, I'm already on page 50, so I've got about 212 pages to go. And this was my pick for the book club for this month. We realized that most of the people in the book club are quite busy, so we allow for 2 months per book. So this is the pick. I think the 2 months ends this month for this book. I picked it because I've been wanting to go see the theatre production, the South African theatre production of this, and it is at the Joburg Theatre, Johannesburg Theatre, this coming month in April. So I must finish it this month. So I've got a few pages to go. I don't mind finishing it now. I did pick up another book. I'll show you just now. In fact, let me show you. So this is my reading pile. Where am I? Yes. This is my reading pile for the year that I really definitely have to go through. And a large majority of these books were books that were sent to me, some of them even from last year. But I had a little bit of does this thing focus? So I had a little bit of a reading slump towards the end of last year, and I didn't get to read the books. There is one book here that I'm giving away to my colleague, and it's this one from NB Publishers. It's called Ukondelela by Mbenzi Nyelisani. It is a Venda book. I do not even understand Venda. I do work with a lot of Venda people, but then my comprehension of the language is very minimal, so I thought that she or her son might enjoy that book better. I just want to show you also that I've got my snack corner here. Well, part of my snack corner. This is just plain filter coffee. It's one of those Starbucks blends, and the reason why the color is like that is that I've mixed it with almond milk, but I promise you it tastes quite nice. I don't put sugar in my coffee. And then this is just a 500 milliliter a bottle of water. You need to hydrate when you're reading. Thank you so very much. This is my little reading nook. I don't think I've shown you guys this, but this is a rocking chair I got from a friend in East London that I don't think I'm focused here. So that's the rocking chair I got from a friend of mine in East London. And if you're watching Cheryl, look what I did with the chair. So I then fixed up the pillows, as well as the cushions, as well as painted it white. It was brown wood before that, and on there I lean on it and I use it if it's cold. Is a blanket that my grandmother used to own. I love it to bits. And then on here is just a clutter of stuff. So these are some of the books that I'm reading. Those are my cell phones. That's my journal. That's like my personal journal, because I also use this nook to write and reflect. The top 3 books, they are the books that I'm wanting to read. Don't ask me why I have 3 phones. That's my camera remote, and these are some more snacks. So I've got some almonds in there, raw almonds, and then I've got some popcorn that I made with coconut oil, and then I drizzled a little bit of garlic salt on it. And on here is Ava, my little room plant. It's one of my room plants. Hello, Ava. And then over here with the 2 pens, this is my reading journal. So that's where I write notes on the books, things that I have to remember when I'm reviewing, and things that I'm feeling as I'm going through the books. So back to where we were. I don't know, guys, I can't stand cold coffee. I really can't. So this is about to cool down. So the first book I've picked up is Alice Walker's The Color Purple, and like I'm saying, I'm on page 50 of this. I remember watching the movie with my mom, or rather I have a memory of me being in my parents' bedroom with my mom watching The Color Purple when I was very young. So when I went through the first 50 books, I was like, surely this is not what I remember. I might try to see if the movie is available anywhere, like on Showmax or on Netflix or even on the Apple TV. I don't know if it will be available anywhere else, but after reading this I might actually look for the movie just to patch up whatever memory that is. But with that said, I really cannot believe the life that Sadie has. It's really quite heartbreaking, and I think I could have, when I first opened the book, which was last weekend, I could have gone past page 50, but my heart just could not take it. So I don't know if I'll be able to manage today, but I have to. I don't think I've got a choice. So that's that book. I picked it up at Reader's Warehouse. I love, guys, hello, let me just plug you guys. I love Reader's Warehouse. I really do. I think they have a greater collection or selection online than they do at the actual store, but the one that I love going to is the store at Norwood Mall. I really love Reader's Warehouse, and this book was retailing for 79 rands when I went to buy it there. So I've already shown you some of my reading pile, and I've explained that rather my TBR pile, and I've explained to you that a majority of those books, or some of those books, let me not say a majority because it really isn't a majority, it might even be 50-50, but some of those books were books sent to me by publishers that I never got around to last year, because I really experienced a major slump from November until February this year. So I'm trying to, and part of the reason why I'm picking up my camera for reading is because I'm trying to get myself out of that slump. So the other book that I picked up, which I'm hoping will be kind of like a level up after I've read Alice Walker, is Coconut Kels's Guide to Surviving the Shithole by Lesehon Klabi. So I'm sure you've seen this doing the rounds. So that's the second book I'm gonna pick up, and I truly hope to be in stitches. Yes, I think this one will definitely get me laughing. And then okay, so I got this, sorry, I got this from Jonathan Ball. Wow, stutter much. I got this from Jonathan Ball Publishers, and it was part of the, not part of, actually, it was the very first book they ever sent to me. So I was over the moon when I saw this, and I think I received it on the day when the book launch was gonna occur, and I was not in the know about the book launch, so I missed that, but I was grateful to have a copy of this bad boy over here. And so the last one I've picked up is a book from NB Publishers, and it was one of the Sanlam Prize for Youth Literature books for last year. It won gold, and this is called Sing Down the Stars by Nareen Dorman, and it's a it's a YA from what I can see here, and I'm really praying and hoping that it's set in South Africa, because I really love YAs, and the more I consume books that are set in the continent, the more excited I get, you know, especially around the YA genre, because I really enjoy this genre. So those are the 3 books. I have not started this. I haven't opened a single page of it. I haven't opened a single page of that, but this is the one. This is the one we are starting with. So let's dive right in. So I'm done with the color purple. I have already put it away, I'm sorry, where my pile of books that I've read is. I'm too lazy to go over there right now. So I am about to dig into Coconut Cal's Guide to Surviving the Shithole. I'll just read you the back of the book so that you also can get an understanding, but this is a South African book. It was sent to me courtesy of Jonathan Ball, and it's obviously a review copy. The author's name is Lesego Tlhapi. There's only one way to survive and even thrive in the third world, and that is by being as Caucasian as you possibly can. Fact: white people have it easier in life because they deserve it. Coconut Kels is a young Caucasian woman trapped in a black woman's body. Kels lives in and tries never to leave Sandton and is a staunch member of the DA. With handy tips for how to achieve the white/right standard of beauty, deal with your family in the lallies, pick the best suburb to live in, and nab yourself a white guy, Kels offers a complete guide to a full Caucasian conversion. Through the mask of her character, Coconut Kels, whose apparent adoration of all things white has riled many an unsuspecting viewer of her online videos, Lesego Tlhapi speaks straight to the heart of this country's strong residue of prejudice, framing hard and potent truths to incredibly funny effects. That's the synopsis at the back. It's divided into 2 parts, and it is, excluding the acknowledgement, 174 pages long. I'm hoping it is an easy read so that I can just flow through it. I'm hoping it is an easy read so that I can just flow through it and then get to pick up Sing Down the Stars. Okay, so it's Monday evening, guys, and I haven't had a chance to check in with you guys today. I was working from home today because I'm sure you guys watched the president's announcement around COVID-19 or the coronavirus yesterday, and part of what he left as instructions is to minimize gatherings of large crowds. So our boss took a decision that it's best we work from home, and I'm the kind of person where I am most productive when I work from home. So I had a lot to do today, a whole lot to do today actually, and I didn't even get to the amount of work that I needed to do today. That's how bad things were, because at some point my internet decided to slow down. It didn't work out that well for me after that, so I had to ditch work at around 4 in the evening and then do some errands or run some errands because there was nothing in the house. Can I just tell you guys that maybe saying inconvenienced is not the word, but wow, corona, guys, the stores are empty. The fridges are the worst. There is no fresh fruit, no fresh vegetables. I don't do frozen veg. I gag at the taste of frozen veg. It's the same with meat. I prefer like the meat trays opposed to the packets that, especially with chicken, that have brine in them. I can't stand it. So all of that is taken. I won't start with the sanitizers, the hand wash, guys, the toilet paper. And yes guys, because when I went there, I still thought perhaps there will be somebody that comes after me. I know I sound like it's not true, and I am actually extremely considerate. I stood in front of those fridges and I was like, sweet Lord, I'm sure somebody's gonna come through and buy the rest of this meat as though they're buying for I'm like, sweet Lord, I'm sure somebody's gonna come through and buy this as though they're buying for an army, because clearly that's the only reason why the fridges are empty, guys. Empty. No more food. No more food. And yeah, no, I don't know, guys. I still have to go get a lot of veg, so I don't know if I'm even up to going again this week. So I don't know what we're gonna do. We're probably gonna stuff ourselves with pasta and meat, because and also, like, I was talking to my sister, there is a little bit, or not even a little bit, there's a lot of anxiety around this whole thing, and I think maybe it also comes from how government has communicated this. Like, there's a bit of panic, like, I don't know. And as a mother, I think I've given Vanani ridiculous instructions, like very ridiculous instructions, but I think she's on some. Okay, sharp sister. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I really don't know. Anyway, so I've had a very busy day. I did do a bit of reading this morning when I was having breakfast. So I'm still reading Coconut Cow's Guide to Surviving This Shithole. I must say, wait, let me see. So it's like 170 something pages long. 174 pages long. I think I've told you guys that. I'm on page 42, and I think I'm not really satire doesn't really appeal to me much. There is certain types of satire, I think I can take it in small doses. I've never tried to take it in a book form like this, and I'm the kind of person that I struggle even with stand-up comedy and things of that nature. So while I will acknowledge, I will never take it away from her. Lesego is very funny. She's hilarious. I love what she has done in the construction of this book. It's actually quite brilliant, because it has taken things that are so true, things that I think most of us think, and it has put it in our faces through the use of humor, and basically our prejudices are just put out there to be shamed, I guess. When you start seeing the context and what she's trying to create with this work, I am probably not the best person to read the book, like I'm saying, because I don't know what kind of sense of humor I can say I've got. I do have one. Like I can laugh when I laugh. When I really laugh, I really laugh. But I know a lot of people who have questioned if in actual fact my humor exists. So I think with a book like this, it's really proving to me that maybe my sense of humor is a little bit different. Don't get me wrong, I'm giggling here and there. It is not a bad book. This is not what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's a bad book at all. I'm just saying, knowing me, somebody else would probably be rolling on the floor, canning themselves on every single one of these pages. But because of how I receive humor / satire, it's really not going in as deeply as I would have wanted it to. But it is light, it is humorous, it's got great context, it is freakishly how do I say, introspective, because these stereotypes that she puts out here, I could identify them immediately. Okay, so it's about an hour past bedtime and I've just finished this here book. I tried to do some work, but guys, I actually honestly don't have the words. I don't know what's going on with me, so I don't want to keep speculating and saying things. I'm not a doctor, so I'm gonna wake up early again tomorrow to try get some stuff done before the work day starts. But I finished the book and I have no additional sentiments about it. It is exactly what I was saying in the past few check-ins that I did with you guys. I really don't think it's a bad book, but I do not believe it's for me either. So it was well written, it had some good points. I love, like I said, the parts which allow you to introspect. I will obviously do a review on all of the books that you see me reading, so that's why I don't want to share too much on the vlog. But a part of me thinks I'm gonna give it a 2.5, if not a 3 out of 5. So it's not bad, but it's not my cup of tea. But I really think it's a well done book. I do. Anyway, I am about to start. I'm about to start Sing Down the Stars by Nerine Dorman, and I'm really hoping that it will get me excited, because like I'm saying, that last book was really not so much fun for me. So I can't wait to start this. I'm probably gonna push for just one chapter before I sleep, and just to get into the rhythm of what the book is about, and then I will definitely check in back with you guys after work tomorrow. I will say that the fact that we're working from home because of the COVID is really helping, because I am saving time, like I said, with the commuting. And so when work hours start, I definitely start doing work. When they end, I get a chance to read without having to travel from work, go pick up my son, come home. So it's really making a major difference. I'm not sure how I'm going to survive, since I'm starting off this weekly reading vlog thing, how I'm gonna survive when we go back to regular programming, but I'll worry about that when it happens. For now, I'll take advantage, because already, to just show how much time I'm able to save, I am about to start the 3rd book of the week. I usually can't get through 3 books in a month. It's Wednesday, it's about 6 p.m. I worked till a little bit late today. I managed to get through what I wanted to get through for the day, because it was giving me anxiety, but I still have a lot on my plate. So tomorrow is another focused day for me. However, by Friday, I'm really praying that I would have caught up. Friday would be the last day for me to catch up so that I can pace myself properly going ahead. Anyway, I've just not cracked open because I'm on chapter 2. Started reading again. On page 14, so I still have a lot of reading to do for the night. But I've got 3 hours until bedtime. I'm gonna try and sleep at 9 o'clock today, so I've got 3 hours until bedtime. I'm going to continue reading. So what I have established is obviously that this is dabbling in sci-fi. It's got a lot to do with, not a lot, but it's got, part of it has to do with space travel. They make reference to a certain, can I say breed or race, that you see in Star Trek. I've never read Star Trek, but then when she defined it, I was like, I've never heard of this term herons. So I went and I checked what a heron was, and the first example or explanation that I saw had something to do with Star Trek. So I was like, okay, fine. So it's sci-fi with outer space kind of characters. These people or characters are not entirely human. That I can tell you for free. They're not entirely human, so the descriptions are quite interesting. However, I think I enjoy an easy read that helps you to get a sense of the setting as well as the plot as you go along. I'm not really one for a lot of description. However, I think when you are creating worlds, you really try to give the reader everything that they need to know up front, and I think it's a skill to paint a new world seamlessly. To paint a new world seamlessly without being over descriptive. And right now I still feel like Nerine Dorman, I still feel like Nerine is saying too much all at once. And I'm not saying that, okay, what I'm trying to say is that it takes away from me, for me to try and remember everything. It's coming at me so fast, all of it. It's kind of giving me anxiety. I don't know if that makes sense. It's making me feel like I might forget something. I hope that makes sense. It's making me feel like these are very crucial elements to the story that I will end up forgetting. But obviously, if it's characters, they will keep showing up until I understand who's who. I'm on page 52 and I swallow my words. Yes, Chuck. So yes, 1.5 chapters into the book, you really don't feel, or I didn't feel the juice, but now the juice is here and it's overflowing, guys. I do not believe. What a wow. Guys, things are happening. The story has developed. I love the main character. I love where I think the story is going. It's an almost dystopian type of sci-fi, if I can call it that. Parts of it I think are almost reminiscent of Hunger Games, but get this, I've never read the books. Shock horror. I've never read the books, but I've watched the movies. So parts of it remind me of Hunger Games, or it's got something very similar there that's just, yeah, coming out. So I think it's dystopian, set in space. And Nuri is half human, half something else. I think she refers to herself as a humanoid. I could be wrong, guys. Sci-fi lingo is really not my thing. Humanoid, I think. And she is chosen for a very special task. And she's really the underdog, which also makes it so... The story is there. Like, it makes it so captivating that she came from literally nowhere into something that seems to be her destiny, and all the players that are plugged in place around the story, it is gearing up to be something very fantastic. And I'm now sure that this is her. So that's what she looks like. And I want to, on page 50, tell you that this is a book that I am definitely going to enjoy. And I want to say Narine's writing is absolutely phenomenal. and though like I'm saying 1.5 chapters in, I was really very icky about it, but her story building, her plot building is also very exceptional. She has done a stunning job in these 50 pages, though I'm saying the first 12 or first 10 were not my thing, but the rest of it, you know what else it reminds me of? You know how this dark song, what was it called? Anyway, that Vishwa Geology, the first book, you know how slow it starts and how most people just don't enjoy the beginning, but then when it picks up, it picks up. This is the kind of vibe that I'm getting from this. So I just didn't like the start, but now that I know what's going on, I am sold. As tired as I am, I don't know if you guys can see my eyes properly. I am gonna push for 100 pages. I might not check in back with you guys today, but if I don't, I will definitely let you know tomorrow before I start the next 100 how I felt about that. It's Thursday. It's the last day of the vlog, and I just wanted to update you on occurrences. So I am still reading Sing Down the Stars by Noreen Dorman. I told you last night just how much I am loving, absolutely adoring the story. I love the main character. Like, she has grown on me. She's, yeah, I can feel that she's destined for something that's gonna be very epic, whether or not she becomes the chosen one according to how the story is gonna go. And like I said, I'm gonna review all these books separately, so don't worry about that. So according to how the story is gonna go, I don't know if she's gonna be the chosen one or not, but I do feel like there's destiny upon her for whatever reason. And you know, as I'm reading this, I'm wondering if Noreen Dorman will capture everything these characters have to offer in one book. So I am maybe selfishly already hoping for a sequel. So I don't even know how far or how it will end. Maybe by the end I'll have a different sentiment altogether. Thank you so very much for watching, and once again, you know the drill. I love you so very much. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Until the next vlog. Bye now.